he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
Hey.
What up, man?
All right, you're just going to start off with a little vibrato, huh, buddy?
Felt that.
Yeah.
Felt that.
Oh, man. He's the Eddie Van Halen of rap. Welcome to the Habitual Line Steppers podcast, y'all. I'm Garrett Langley Henson.
And I am Terry Ricardo DeShazo
II.
And we are live from y'all.
Here.
Very special show for you today. Tomorrow, the NBA will announce all the participants in the 2021 All-Star Game, which is going to be taking place in the A, in the State Farm Arena, home of the Atlanta Hawks, against the mayor's wishes.
Worst team in the basketball.
Against the mayor and governor's wishes, and all of the Hawks players, and anyone who lives in Atlanta. There's like, we don't need to be having an All-Star Game. Don't come here.
Yeah.
But Adam Silver said, fuck it, we're going to do it anyway. So, since he's yeah.
I am so surprised that Atlanta doesn't want the All-Star Game. Like, when have they even cared about COVID for one single second? They've literally been wide open. Way more open than Florida, but they don't want the All-Star Game.
You're being a little bit disrespectful right now, Terry. All right? I was in Atlanta for Thanksgiving. At Magic City, all the strippers were wearing masks, okay? They'll come up here and act like they're not doing their part because they are.
I mean, they are, but I can't. Why would they complain about having the All-Star Game?
They haven't cared.
What they should be.
They haven't cared.
What they should be complaining about is having the CIAA. That's what they should be complaining about.
Don't do that. If whatever you do, don't have a stupid ass. It's not stupid. It's a tradition, but don't have. There's no reason.
We need to just block off 10 days. Start with the All-Star Game. In the middle, have the Bronner Brothers Convention, and at the end, have fucking CIAA. And let's just give COVID to the whole Southeast.
Hey, look, no college shit. We don't need to have college stuff. But this NBA money-making joint, we need it.
Yep. What's coming to Atlanta? The players have yet to been announced, but we are going to announce our picks for the All-Star teams on this pod today. Now, today we're going to do the West. Tomorrow we're going to do the East. So with no further ado, Terry, let's get right to the Western Conference.
Yes, sir.
The starters have been announced. I'm just going to read them off, and then you can give me your thoughts on the people who've been announced via the fan vote that they're starting for the West. So at the guard spots, we have Steph Curry and Luka. At the forward positions, we have LeBron and Kawhi. And at center, we have the Joker, Nikola Jokic.
Sounds like a good, solid team, right? Any objections to that?
Yeah, man. My only objection is this. Oh, go ahead. You were being
No, I mean we already know the big glaring hole that's missing in this All-Star starting list. It's Dame time. It's Damian Lillard. Shall I say is it a travesty?
It is. Well,
it
would be
is it a gross misjustice?
Game.
Say it again.
It would be a travesty if he didn't get picked for the game. But, like, honestly, nobody's going to look back and remember who even started in All-Star games. They're just going to see, like, 6-time All-Star, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, the main reason people don't know much about Dame because really he plays in Portland. He plays in the Northwest. All their games start at 10:30. Like, all the home games start at 10:30 p.m. Like, people in the East, we sleep, man. We ain't watching y'all at 10:30 p.m. Now, a lot of people saw Dame last year because they had the bubble in Orlando. And they had a lot of the games at like 7 p.m., 5 p.m., 3 p.m. in the afternoon. But you've been sleeping. Dame Lillard, he should have been a starter for the All-Stars a long, long, long time ago. And the disrespect is real.
I can't wait to hear Dame Dolla's new diss track that comes out against
Oh.
Luka Doncic. That would be terrific. And I hope he's has a guest verse where like Lou Williams calls out Adam Silver too. This is what I'm hoping for. All right, but when we're talking about let's get back to the starters. Obviously, Luka is the most contentious one out of all of them. Let's go position by position real quick. Steph Curry. He's averaging 28 points a game with nobody else on his whole team. He's second in the league in offensive Raptor. You know what Raptor is?
No. Does anyone on his team score 20 points?
Wiggins scores 20 points in every loss. 20
what the hell?
for Wiggins. So Raptor,
Enlighten me on Raptor.
To explain for you and for our listeners, Raptor is ESPN's new analytics projection system that replaced Carmelo. So Raptor stands for Robust Algorithm Using Player Tracking and On-Off Ratings.
Jesus Christ, bro.
It was the model that correctly predicted that the Raptors would beat the Warriors in the finals, even though nobody could believe that shit. So they named it after the Raptors. Steph Curry is second in the league in offensive Raptor, with no one else on his team being a positive player. It's incredible. He's carrying the entire offense himself.
All right. I mean, look, we all know he's a monster. And I would actually like to tell you there is actually a pterodactyl tracking system. So in the pterodactyl tracking.
This one has opposable thumbs, huh? All right.
Of course we know Steph has been carrying his team. I mean, you could watch the preseason and we thought the Warriors are not making the playoffs. And the fact that they're in the 7th seed is not strictly based on Steph, but he's definitely carrying the team. And a good majority of people did not think he could carry a team and stay healthy throughout the whole season, bro. It's early still, but he's doing the thing right now. He deserves to be a starter this year, definitely.
Well, this is the biggest knock on Steph Curry is that, like, comparing him to Harden, they're like, Steph is a ceiling raiser where he'll put you over the top and win the championship for you, but can he carry a bad team to the playoffs like Harden does? Harden every year can take 4 bums to the playoffs, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can he actually get it done in playoff time? They're two different sides of the same coin, and it's nice to see.
Yeah.
Now this year, they're both going to have an opportunity to prove that it's not a Harvey Dent coin heads up on both ways.
Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, Steph, he's definitely like he's the best complementary superstar that's ever played in the game. Like you add him to any superstars team, and you guys are Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference, whatever team he's playing for, you're gonna go far.
Yeah.
He doesn't really need the ball like that. He can shoot lights like the best shooter in the world, best shooter probably in NBA history.
All time. Yeah.
I mean, he's a beast. He spreads the court crazy.
I got
double
a
team
question
for
for you about Steph Curry, Terry.
Go ahead.
Is Steph Curry the best light-skinned NBA player of all time?
The best light-skinned NBA player of all time? Probably no. Wilt Chamberlain. He's not better than Wilt yet.
Yeah, all right. That's a good.
Steph ain't, come on now. Steph ain't top 10. He's nasty, but he ain't top 10, man.
No,
if he gives us 3 more seasons, like this, then we can start to talk about conversations. But he still has to give me like a finals performance where he's the MVP or something. You know what I'm saying?
He's got more chips than Wilt does.
Hey, he ain't fucking Wilt. Never mind. We ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about it.
Right.
I respect
moving
what
on right to Luka.
Hey, look, Luka. What do you guys say about Luka over Dame?
This is what I gotta say for Luka over Dame. He does more things than Dame Lillard does. He's a much better rebounder than Damian is. He's a better defender than Lillard is, simply because he's 6'9", 6'10", and strong. You know what I mean? You can't really post him up like that if you're a guard. And he's a better passer if he's not a better pick and roll player. I think Lillard is still a better pick and roll player, But Doncic, once he gets into the teeth of the defense, you're fucked because he can just stop, shoot a mid-range little fadeaway, any type of floater. His pump fake game is crazy. And if you don't bring a second defender over to him once he's in the paint with a smaller guy on him, he's gonna make the shot. And if you do bring a second defender, he's gonna like lay it off to the dude in the dunker spot for alley-oop or easy dunk. So his main this year has been all the step back threes.
Mm-hmm.
He's shooting a billion step back threes and he's not making them. But when he's getting into the defense, he's a problem.
No, he's a problem. And let's not all be quick to brush off Luka being a starter here. We all know why he's not, or why we think Dame is supposed to be a starter with Luka. It's just because of the placing in the standings. The Blazers are in 5th place, and the Mavs are in 13th place. If the Mavs were in the 7th seed.
Audio loss. Well, if y'all stick with us for a second, I'll finish what Terry was trying to say.
All right.
Hey, man. I lost for like 20 seconds.
Oh, you lost me for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Am I back? We good?
Yeah, we're good now. You were saying that Portland is 5th and Dallas is 13th.
Oh, okay. So I was saying we wouldn't be talking about this shit if the Mavs were in the 7th seed. You know what I'm saying? Like Luka's numbers is 27, 8-8, 27, 8-9. You know what I'm saying? He's damn near getting a triple double.
27, 9-9.
Yeah, there you go.
Casual.
He's a beast, bro. Yeah. Like it's just because his teammates have kind of failed him. They haven't really been playing well this year. Like
kind of. Fuck it. You remember when people called Porzingis a unicorn?
Yeah. You remember when I said he can't stay on the court?
Yeah. Remember when I asked you, what do you call a mule with a horn in the middle of his head? Because that's what you say now. You called it Porzingis. Called it Chris.
A mule with the horn, is it?
Yeah.
Bro, he's good. He just can't stay healthy. That shit sucks.
No, it's not that he just can't stay healthy. I don't want to.
Oh, you just don't like the way he plays.
No,
you don't like the
7'3" guys who can't post up a fucking point guard. He'll get a point guard switched on him on the block, face up, and back out to the 3-point line.
And splashing it, though. He shoots like 39% from 3. Maybe 37, 36. Hey, but still, that's pretty good.
But that's the thing, though. That's all he's given you is just perimeter shooting.
Mostly.
7'3" mobile dude. You should be like all over the place on defense. You should be the best pick and roll player in the league.
No, you should. You should.
Enough about Porzingis. He's not making anybody's team. Let's not waste another second on him. The last time he thought he had a shot at being an all-star was when he was in New York.
Hold on. What's wrong? I thought he was the truth. I thought that guy was the great guy. Ooh, the Knicks shouldn't have traded Kristaps. He's the star of the league. Fuck him. He's trash, and I knew it when he left. Love you, Phil. Get that bum out of New York. Let's go, baby.
Right. It's a good thing that you guys traded him for Emmanuel quickly. You're right. Good trade.
Hey, it is what it is. They ain't doing nothing. He's never going to win a ring with Luka. He can't stay on the court, man.
No, Mr.
It is what it is, bro.
I'll tell you who has been staying on the court, though. LeBron James. Pushing through another spectacular season, late in his 30s. The dude is a machine. He never gets hurt. He probably hasn't missed as many games in his career as Porzingis did last season.
Probably not. And he's played in, 19 or 18 seasons?
Yeah.
I mean,
your boy is having
it's crazy.
Casual LeBron season, 26, 8-8, like it's nothing. Leading the team to the second best record in the NBA, shooting 41% from 3, just chilling.
Easy. Adding fastest to his game. Just 41%.
He's just getting better and better. It's crazy.
Yeah. He's a beast, man. There's nothing much more we can say about LeBron. He's a monster. Now, I will say this. If he doesn't start turning it up a little bit more, I mean, I know Anthony Davis is hurt, but that MVP talk is starting to go down, you know what I'm saying, down the drains and shit.
Yeah, well.
It is what it is.
Yeah, they'll be fine. fucking their whole thing is that Anthony Davis wanted to play power forward anyway. So sit your ass down on the bench and watch LeBron play power forward.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about the Lakers at all.
Yeah, and not now. We know Anthony Davis would have made it if he was, healthy for a majority of the season. He has been playing kind of garbage, but for Anthony Davis standards, he's been playing kind of bad. But LeBron 17th All-Star appearance in a row, most all time. He is the guy. When you look up consistency in the dictionary in Webster's, LeBron is standing there, and you're looking at a picture of LeBron. He's the man. His hairline, that shit grew back too. Right. I mean, what do we got to say?
And right above him,
he's a monster, bro.
Who was responsible for all that consistency? Gloria James. If you look right above LeBron's picture, you'll see Gloria. And if you look right next to Gloria, you'll see Delonte West.
Oh fuck.
Shout out to the real All-Star. He smashing those.
He's homeless now.
Cheeks.
Hey, look, he's homeless. He couldn't handle it.
Hey.
That's inconsistent. We're talking about consistency. That's inconsistent.
Motherfucker clapped the best cheeks since Maurice.
Bro, how can you be a millionaire and then be homeless? You can't stay up the crack, bro. I don't want to look. I know mental health is huge, but damn, bro, chill. Like, you had LeBron's mom.
Do I got to hit the Rick James sample? Do I got to get him back in here? Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It is. It is. I never knew that in 2021 we'd still be talking about Delonte West. I never thought about that. But it's not basketball related.
I tell you what, until Bronny gets that DNA test, I'm going to keep talking about Delonte West because I'm not sure that's LeBron's actual kid.
Jesus Christ.
We should be calling him Delonte.
Ooh. You know what? Yo, you're making ill. This is gross. That's disgusting, bro. You know what you're saying, right?
Take it there.
Gloria James is Delonte West. No. Gloria James is LeBron's mom. And you're saying Delonte West also had sex with LeBron's wife? And that's how they made Bronny? Yeah, see, you didn't.
I did conflate it.
Yeah,
it's a family.
Like, LeBron's having sex with. You literally just said LeBron had sex with his own mother.
Hey, are we talking about consistency or not?
The most consistent man in the league, huh? That's
Consistent.
ridiculous. Hey, LeBron, we're sorry this went west, but
Hey, you know what?
We're just following your league.
If you get mad at this and this podcast goes viral, I'm not apologizing. I'm going to do more jokes about Delonte West fucking your family members.
LeBron, it's so boring for you to make the All-Star starting list, bro. You did it 17 times in a row. What are we going to say? LeBron's an All-Star. LeBron's a beast.
I got to come up with something different, man.
Man, LeBron, you fucked your mom.
There you go. All right. Well, let's move on from the most interesting NBA player to the least interesting, Kawhi Leonard.
Ew.
Computer love, starting on the All-Stars. He's having a 50-40-90 season with elite defense, shooting. He has a 27-6-6 for the year, and the Clips are third in the West.
Yeah. Congratulations. You know what? What's so weird is the Clippers went from being one of the most interesting stories this year to being one of the most who cares about the Clippers?
Nobody's talking about the Clippers. We haven't talked about them all season, really.
Until the beginning. It's just kind of weird to me.
Well, it's because
just going on the radar.
It's how much are we going to believe this Paul George shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. He's playing really well, though.
It's the same reason in the East, no one's talking about the Bucks. We've seen this movie before where Giannis fucking runs through the whole league and kicks open the shooters in the regular season, and in the playoffs he gets double teamed and nobody can do anything. So there's no need to talk about the regular season. We know what's going to happen in the regular season.
Yeah, it is sort of like that. But the thing is, should Kawhi deserve to be the starter, or should Paul George deserve to be the starter? You know what I'm saying?
Kawhi,
you think so?
50-40-90, fucking. He's third in the league in defensive win shares. You know what I mean? There's just
Okay.
There are no holes in his resume. Kawhi is good at everything.
Yeah.
He's fucking good at everything.
Nah, yeah. He's a monster. He's definitely a monster.
He deserves it. If anything, there's the Kawhi fatigue because he's not like splashy and all over sports and shit.
Yeah.
People are probably just like sick of him. Like, does he really deserve to be on there? But if you watch him every night, you're like, God damn, this man's.
Nah, he does. Yeah. Yeah, his numbers are crazy. The thing is, we already know
around him.
Nah, not really. He's not great at defense this year. Not like, at the usual Kawhi level that we expect, but he's still really, 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 really good at defense. And people are starting to like this narrative that Kawhi is not a good defender anymore. Go ahead and try to take his ass off the dribble then. You try and do that and see how that goes for you.
Get ripped.
Uh-huh.
They call him a claw for a reason.
Don't even think about it.
All right.
They call him what?
Other thoughts on Computer Blue?
Nah, he's the most boring guy in the league. Next.
Garland Pickett. Next coming up, one of the pick and roll maestros himself, Nikola Jokic. Your boy is number one in the league in Raptor WAR, which is the Raptor wins over replacement player. He's number 3 in total Raptor. His PER is 31, and he's averaging 27, 11, and 8.5 while shooting 41% from 3.
Outstanding season. The only reason why he's not like a definitive MVP just because he missed a decent amount of games.
And
literally that's it.
Is doing the same thing on the other side, minus the assists.
Yeah, and they're in first place in the East. Yeah.
The big man is back. The big man is back.
The big man's not back. There's only 2 guys. There's 30 teams in the league.
Shut up.
30 teams.
Shut up. Who are all the best players in the finals last year? Anthony Davis, fucking Bam Adebayo, in the conference final. Jokic.
Bam, no. Jimmy Butler, LeBron James. I ain't hearing none of that big man bullshit.
Hey,
Bam is 6'9". I don't want to hear that center shit. Just because he's the tallest person on the team doesn't mean he's a center. I don't want to hear that.
No. What are you gonna say? Charles Barkley? Hey, was Charles Barkley a shooting guard because he was 6'4"? Is that what you're gonna tell me now?
I'm just saying. Did the Rockets have a true center? And they made it to the damn second round and shit.
No. We know what I'm talking about when we talk Rockets. We ain't talking about these Rockets this year. Nobody cares about them.
They didn't have a center though. They really didn't. But Bam Adebayo actually plays center.
No. True that. Hey, look, Jokic, he definitely deserves his starter. Like nobody else deserves. Rudy Gobert, stop talking to me. Don't ever talk to me because Jokic fries your ass every single time he play against you.
And I'm happy.
And if he continues that, oh yeah. And if Jokic continues with this PER that he has, it'll be the best PER in the regular season history. It'll be better than Giannis's. He broke the shit last year. I think he broke the record last year. I think so.
He did.
I'm not sure, but I think he did.
He did. He broke it.
31 is ridiculous.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I need that shit. I need it to translate into more wins for the Nuggets, though, unfortunately.
Well, you know what? I'm going to need Jamal Murray to remember what it's like to play in the bubble or the postseason and the regular season. For some reason, this dude could not turn on a green light in the regular season.
This is Jamal Murray.
But, like,
this
in
is
the postseason, their two-man game is, like, unguardable. And they get in the regular season, they're like, fuck it.
He's, bro, like we said, LeBron is the picture of consistency. Jamal Murray is the picture of inconsistency.
Yep.
He just scored 50 points like a couple nights ago. What was it, last night that he scored 50?
Yep.
In like 3 games before that, he scored like 12.
Yep.
Like what person can score 50 points in one game and then the next night you don't even know they're on the court? Who does that shit?
Jeff Green.
Jeff Green wishes he could score 40 points in a game. Get the fuck out of here.
True that. All right. Well, then let's move on to our picks for the bench. Now, keep in mind, the starters have been announced, so that we had no input on this. But these reserves are players that we are picking ourselves. So,
yes, sir.
Terry, why don't we start with the ones that we think we'll agree with? I'll let you go down your list, and I'll let you know when we have a player that we differ on.
All right, I'll just give you my 7 straight out. No conversation. We'll just go, and then we'll talk about it after. You want to do that?
No.
All right, so I got Paul. What do you want to do?
But it seems like you're going to do it anyway, so go ahead.
Go ahead. We can do that. That's fine. So I got Paul George.
Definitely. That's a no-brainer.
Okay.
Second, you're going to definitely agree with Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
Let me know when you got a disagreement.
I'm
Chris
still
Paul.
with you. Still with you.
Chris Paul, Donovan Mitchell, of course.
Still with you.
Damian Lillard's a no-brainer.
Still with you. Come on. Are we going to go perfect? Are we going to go perfect?
These last 2 are some snake joints. I got Devin Booker, and I got Zion.
Oh. And who's
Yep.
the last spot?
Zion the God.
Ding, 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 ding. 6 out of 7 ain't bad. Although I will say, Terry, I kind of cheated a little bit. I put in Anthony Davis instead of Zion Williamson, and then I swapped him out because he's injured.
Yeah, I was about to say, Anthony Davis is not going to play.
Yeah, he's not going to
We
play.
know he would be in it.
But he'll still get named to All-Star, and then Zion will be
But
in it.
you know what, though? On some sneak shit, AD don't like the way you're playing. If it was up to me, I would snub his whole life, bro. I would snub his shit. He's playing like a little hoe. I predicted that he was going to play with a very relaxed
Passive.
season, but this is way too much of a relaxation period that you're having here, man.
Well,
You better be glad you're hurt because we're going to be on his ass, man.
this is what happens
People
when you
were starting to get
play
on him.
power forward. He could just chill. There's no matchup for him that he's just chilling all season, bro. Get your big ass
That's
coach
true.
to play center, dummy. All right.
Yeah, but you know what though? Relatively, if he does this in the regular season, they win another championship. We're not even gonna care. We won't even care about it.
I don't care right now. Even you're saying he's having a bad year. He's still averaging 23 and 9 with 3.5 blocks and steals stocks a game on the second best defense in the league.
And the second best team in the West.
Yeah, second best team in the league. So
Yeah, second best record.
if this is a down season, Anthony Davis is a hell of a player. Now let's talk about Zion for a minute, who we both have replacing him. Or you would have him making it outright over Anthony Davis. What stands out to you about Zion's year so far?
So far, I mean, we both know they were struggling this year, but in those struggles, they were not giving him the ball. The percentage of the time that he was getting the ball, they weren't running any plays for him. He was just getting a bunch of scrappy plays, rebounds, points, and all that type of shit. The last 10 games, since they've been giving him the ball, they've had a better record. I think they've been at least 5-5 or 5-4 or something like that. It's a little more consistent, and the team seems to be, he's an energy dude. So the team seems to be playing with way more energy because they give him the ball more. And he's a hype dude. Like, he's been playing better defense as well. He hasn't been looking as lost. To me, he's been beasting this. He's averaging, 25 points a game?
Yep, 25 points a game.
He gave me at least 2
6.8
35 points games.
He's giving me 25, 6.8, and 3.1. But he's shooting 62% from the field, which is
ridiculous.
absolutely
That's Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, especially like you said earlier, he's not scoring 62% off plays that are being drawn for him. He's been doing it off of fucking putbacks, rebounds, cuts to the basket, like broken plays. That's how he was getting all of his points.
I mean,
like you said, the past 12 games, they've put a ball in his hand, and he's been more like a point forward.
More.
And they changed the whole offense. Before that, their offense was ranked 19th in efficiency in the league.
Mm-hmm.
After that joint, they are neck and neck with the Nets for the best offense in the league.
Yeah. And they should be way better. They will be better. Like the more you take the ball out of Eric Bledsoe's hands,
yes,
the better off your team's gonna be. And Lonzo just can't seem to get it together. So
no,
it is what it is.
This is the other thing about them too. Brandon Ingram is for all the Kevin Durant comparisons, he's a second
Yeah.
banana. He always was more
Yeah.
Rudy Gay than Kevin Durant to me. And
Yeah.
I think this will fit in naturally, like in the pecking order. It wasn't supposed to
Yeah.
be Brandon Ingram's team. It was supposed to be Zion's.
Nah.
If he stays healthy, things are going to shake out a lot better now that they've reorganized their offense.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I mean, shout out to. No, go ahead.
I said I
I
saw.
was gonna say shout out to Brandon Ingram. He's good, but you know.
No, he's good, but to be honest, I didn't even really consider him for this team in the West. Not seriously.
Nope. Not this year. Not this year. Yeah. Their record's too bad to consider 2 players.
No, they're way too bad to consider 2 players. And
Yeah.
the only person who's ever met Zion's level of production at his age was Adrian Dantley 45 years ago. So
Yeah.
I think there's a pretty good precedent to put him in this game. Especially for me, he's my last pick in an injury replacement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I want to talk about one of the dudes who we both have on our reserves that probably didn't make a lot of other people's ballots, and that is Chris Paul.
Yeah.
He's only
We can talk
averaging,
about that, man.
17.5 points a game this year. Doesn't have the
17.3.
traditional counting statistics, but for me, it came down to choosing one of Booker and CP3, and I took CP3 over Booker. He's 3rd in the league in clutch points. He's 2nd in the league in fourth quarter scoring overall. Phoenix is 4th in the West. They have a top 5 defense, and when he's on the court, they have a top 5 offense and defense. Not to mention, he's shooting 97.5% from the free throw line.
Oh my God. This guy is out of this world with the free throws right now. Jesus.
Yeah, and it's not a
Hey, we already
small
know, man.
sample. He's getting a lot
Yeah.
of free throws.
Yeah.
We knew this, but
This is the thing. It's a fight between Mike Conley, which a lot of people are gonna have on their list and shit, and Chris Paul. And it's like, who do you like? Who do you like better? Now, the Jazz, they're a consistent playoff team. Mike Conley was on the team last year. This is just a comparison between Conley and Paul. Conley was on the team last year. He didn't play too well. He was hurt for a majority of the season. They still made the playoffs. Now, Conley's there, their first seed, but we know they're going to make the playoffs. Suns, on the other hand, were not a playoff team for years and years and years. You add Chris Paul, you're 4th in the Western Conference. You're right behind the Clippers and the Lakers, and you're behind the fraudulent Jazz that we saved so far. But, I mean, the team has only got 6 losses. At this point, I'm like, all right, they're pretty freaking good, you know?
Absolutely.
Not much you can say about it.
And like you said, what
But
has
as
the
a-
difference been? Booker's numbers are the same as they were last year, if not a little worse.
Pretty much.
The same as they've been the last 3 years. The difference is Chris Paul and winning. He just makes
Yeah, that's
winning
it.
plays constantly. And so
Yeah, all the time.
that's what I wanted to do with these all-star joints. Everyone has their own way of looking at who's most deserving for all-stars, but I typically reward winning and winning plays over individuals.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me, that's why I came down to Booker, CP3. I'm gonna rock with my guy CP3.
I definitely rock with CP3, and I'm more impressed with when you add someone on a team and they were not a playoff team, and then they make the playoffs. You know, I'm way more impressed by that than your team. You know they're gonna make the playoffs. I could care less if you jump from.
Get this.
one.
That happened to his last 3 teams.
OKC.
yeah. OKC alone last year tells me CP3 deserves.
Just like I don't believe in lifetime achievement award type shit, but
But-
last year alone and the Suns are good now. It's like, come on, bro. That's too. That resume is ridiculous. You have to put him on the team.
Bro,
There's no
Houston,
debate.
not really a threat. They get CP3. They push the Warriors to 7 games. Oklahoma City, fucking everyone thought they could have been the worst team in the league. And with CP3, they make the playoffs and push the Rockets to Game 7. Then he goes to the Suns, who didn't even make the playoffs, even though they went 8-0 in the bubble. And they're 4th in the
Yeah.
West. So all the guy does is
4th in the West, and then the Thunder are complete dog shit.
Yep.
You know, I mean, he's a beast. There's nothing. Mike Conley, go kill it. I was gonna say go kill yourself. Don't do that.
Hey, go for it.
Look, Conley.
congratulations on your career. You're just never going to be an all-star. I'm sorry.
Right.
That's it, man. The media might love you, but I don't.
Listen, man, go, you know what I'm saying? Go get a log cabin with Jalen Rose or something, and y'all can hang out.
Yeah, hang out with J.R. Smith,
Lou Williams, Jalen Rose.
Was Steve Smith ever All-Star?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think he made it a couple
one
times.
or two times.
Yeah, he made it a couple times. He snuck under the radar in the East
Mm-hmm.
because he was behind Reggie Miller and Michael Jordan. So that's a tough one. But I think he got one or two.
Okay, all right.
It is what it is, bro. Mike Conley, we respect you, but yeah, you're not gonna make it, bro.
All right.
I wouldn't be surprised though.
That brings me to my ballot. I have Mike Conley. I have Mike Conley on my All-Star team, bro.
Boo.
Yeah.
Why? Explain yourself to me right now.
It's because the local Raleigh media just wants to hate on this guy so much. See, down here in Charlotte, we're a lot more open-minded and nuanced with our analysis.
No. So go shoot the list straight out and tell me who you're snubbing. Who are you snubbing for Mike Conley?
All right, here's my list. Lillard, Gobert, Mitchell, AD, Paul George, CP3, Mike Conley, Zion as the replacement.
Zion, the replacement for AD. All right. So that means no Devin Booker. So basically it's Conley for Booker.
Conley for Booker, yeah, on your team. I don't feel like the Suns deserve having two All-Stars this year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Devin Booker has been like demonstrably better than Ayton has this year either.
Yeah, okay. I can respect that.
But this is less about Booker and this is more about Mike Conley. And let me say this first. This is not a lifetime achievement award for almost being an All-Star 10 years. This is not a lifetime achievement award. If you, just like Chris Paul, if you look at Mike Conley, the stats paint a very similar picture. Somewhat pedestrian scoring numbers, around 18 points a game. You know who's second overall in the whole NBA in Raptor? Mike Conley. He's the oil in the machine of the Jazz that keeps them all moving. He's done nothing but make winning plays this whole year. He's shooting above 40% from three. And according also to the Raptor shit, he's the highest defensive Raptor in the league among guards by a gigantic margin.
That's a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a surprise. Who's first? Ben Simmons?
Rudy Gobert. It's Gobert.
Oh, Jesus, both from the Jazz.
Yeah. It's fucking Gobert, Capella, Ben Simmons, and then Mike Conley.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know he was playing defense like that.
So this is my thing. I reward winning. They got the best team in the West. They got the best record. He's making all the winning plays. He has all these advanced stats that say he's one of the most impactful players in the NBA, even if his traditional statistics don't show it. I'm going to take him, a dude who's proven that he impacts winning, over a guy like Devin Booker, who's proven that he'll put up numbers and nothing will really change either way.
I got you. I hear you. I mean, we can only go off what has happened this year, you know? Yeah. So it is what it is. But now, the thing is with Mike Conley, it is just because the Jazz are in first, but people just don't believe in the Jazz. I think he's kind of just he's being put into that same category with them because he's the guy on the team that kind of pulted them to first, but his numbers aren't great. But they don't want to reward the Jazz with three players. It's like, are we really gonna give the Utah 3 All-Stars?
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the 4 All-Stars. Kyle Korver and Jeff Teague were All-Stars. I don't want to hear shit about
no. But there was consistency though. The Hawks were still a decent team for a while. You had a decent team for a while. Just because you got that new coach and you're playing a little different.
It was one magical season, and that was it. That was it.
Y'all always had like 50 wins in the East.
Yeah, but that was.
You always had 50 wins.
That was
during
the
that
Josh
period.
Smith
You always had
years. Yeah,
but also that's the East. That's the East, man. This is the West. There's a lot of great players in the West. To just give some shit to the Jazz. The Jazz.
I'm not giving it. He earned it.
I don't think he earned it over.
Think about this in the last 10 years, man. It's almost been like a procedure that the best team in the league record-wise gets 3 All-Stars. If you look historically, last 10 years, almost without exception, the best team in the league has had 3 All-Stars. Why are we so hesitant to do it in this case when they clearly have been the best regular season team? And Mike Conley, like I said, is first or second in all these, important statistics.
It's because Utah allows Mormonism. This is the reason. You're just looking at me like, God damn, what's wrong with you?
I'm just like, are you going to move there now?
No, it's just because
technically a Mormon.
No, it's literally just because it's the Jazz, bro. Bro, I'm telling you.
Do you think the Jazz moved there so that they can fuck Mormon girls too? You think that's why they moved from Salt Lake?
No, they would have changed the name. I don't think they moved on purpose. It was definitely like we got forced out of New Orleans. Something happened.
You think Karl Malone got baptized?
Oh, Jesus.
Karl Malone. You don't talk to Karl Malone. He's got some backwards ways with him. He does. Hey. But look, I'm going to stick to my colleague.
You think Delonte West got baptized? Maybe that's what turned around for him.
Hey, he got baptized, but it wasn't with holy water.
Ooh.
I don't know what it was. But it was holy water.
Look, I respect Mike. I respect him. But
we every single person that talks about basketball really feels that the Jazz aren't real. That's the only reason why. It's not his fault. It's literally just the team that he joined.
But this is not a playoff award for what we think is going to happen in the playoffs. If we had to pick,
no, that's not.
If we had to pick, 12 players who I had thought were going to be the best playoff performers, it would be a different list entirely. It's a regular season recognition. They're the best team in the league, and I'm gonna give them 3. Simple as that.
They should, in an ideal world, in a regular world, the Jazz should get 3 players. But I mean, damn, we giving you Donovan Mitchell.
No, it's not going to translate.
No. We're giving you Donovan Mitchell on a down year, even though the team's number 1. We're giving you Donovan Mitchell on a bad year. Not giving you.
You got Donovan Mitchell on a bad year.
20 his stat wise.
Yeah, he's having the best stat year of his career. What the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking about? He's only getting 24 points a game, and he's shooting 43%.
Bro, he's shooting. Look at his effective field goal percentage. He's shooting 40% from 3.
We're talking about points per game. What was his points per game last year? Was it not 25?
I forgot that you view basketball through the mind of a 1960s.
This
person.
is how people be seeing that shit. They don't care about that. Nobody cares that. Look, Donovan Mitchell. No. Donovan Mitchell. He plays a lot of his minutes with Rudy Gobert off the court, and that's what's helping the Jazz be number 1. It's not all this other fucking bullshit that they're talking about. Yeah, they're playing good defense. Yeah, Mike Conley's playing well. The only reason why they're doing this well is because Donovan Mitchell plays without Rudy Gobert, and we both know they hate each other. And he scores a shitload of points.
Don't you ever disrespect Jingling Joe Ingles like that again. I won't fucking tolerate that on this podcast. You just cast this man aside like a stormy cloud to drive past in your car. Are you kidding me?
He looks like Tom Hanks.
He looks like Tom
Hanks. Paul George the fuck down. He gave PG the business.
That was 3 years ago.
Put some respect on that man's name. Golly.
That was 3 years ago.
He's killing.
Nobody respects Paul George.
He's killing second. And Bojan Bogdanovic. As far as like secondary creators, the Jazz are unmatched. They have 4 people on their team who can run a pick and roll at a high level.
Sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, man. Let's talk about his team.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Let me continue. Donovan Mitchell, not his best regular stat season. That's all I'll say, right? Then every year we gotta put Rudy Gobert on there because there's no good centers in the West. Even though they took center off of the starter ballot, we have to give you Rudy Gobert because he's good at defense. But we all know offensively, you give him the ball, we just look at him like, please shoot. You already got those two dudes on the team this year. We're just talking this year. It's really hard for me to give you a third person, man.
Well,
It's a collective effort. It's not just Mike Conley. I get it.
Hey man, if you wanted to make that argument and you were like, I can only give 2 out of 3, the advanced stats say that you should pick Gobert and Conley and leave Mitchell out. The counting stats.
You should, yeah. No, I get it. Yeah.
So even if you wanted to snub one of them, I'd snub Mitchell over Mike Conley.
Possibly.
Because again,
we all know
Mike Conley's defense has been otherworldly. And people always like just read the scoring numbers off. There are 2 sides of the court.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. But yeah, but if you look at the West starters though, who's great at defense on the whole starters?
Kawhi.
That's the only one.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about defense like that. Nobody cares about defense like that.
Let me ask you a question, Terry. Who votes to select the starters?
Everybody. Media, fans, coaches. It's all a collective.
It
used to be just the fans. Yeah. It used to be just the fans.
No, it is just the fans for the starters, buddy.
No. It's still they do a collective now.
For the
fans
starters?
just have the fans have the tiebreaker. But the fans and the coaches and the players vote for the or media. They took the players out because they were taking it as a joke. So it's media, coaches.
Yeah,
media.
This is the thing, bro. All these voting shit, like I don't just let the press select it, like the AP, because I don't want to see that Zaza Pachulia is 6 overall in All-Star voting, or JJ Barea, or fucking Jeremy Lin, Yao Ming, any of these fucking guys. It's a joke.
Yao Ming ruined it, bro. He's ruined it for years. And Shaq, too. It's just popularity. Iverson was a starter when he played with the Pistons. Wasn't even starting for his actual team.
It's just dumb. Why did the fans have agency in this? Where, like, people's paychecks depend on this. Like, you can get a Supermax or shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? It should not be in the hands of fucking Joe Schmo from Detroit who only watches Pistons games, and so he sees Kawhi twice a year, and where he had a bad game is like, oh, he's not an all-star.
I mean, honestly, you put it into the fans of people like me. And I hate certain players for no reason. And I'm not going to give you a vote.
The HLS pod. Let the podcasting community be the ones who decide the all-star. You'll get a much more entertaining representative game.
No, see, they won't hand it over to one certain group because the media just has like certain gripes against guys that, you know, don't talk to them on a regular basis. And it kind of sucks. And then the players, we want to give it to y'all, but you guys don't take it serious.
Players are dumb. The players think Zach LaVine is the best player in the NBA.
they like stats a lot more.
They like it when like the players always like people who do hard shit well. That's why they always love Anthony and shit like that. Because he's taking really difficult shots and making them. That's the shit that players
so it wouldn't even be like all-stars. If the players voted, it would be like he's the problem. Or no, like, he's a problem. He's a problem team. You see CJ McCollum? Hey, he's a problem.
That should be the tiers, bro. That should be the voting tiers for the players. It should be a problem, the truth, and next.
Definitely. Players are the idiots.
Or no, the truth would be the highest. So LeBron would be the truth. Fucking Paul George would be a problem. And then Mike, or do we have any upcoming All-Stars? I guess Donovan Mitchell would be next.
On the West? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Or maybe Dame, but Dame has been here for a while.
Nah, he's been here. This would be Donovan's first All-Star selection, right?
I think this is his third or second. I really don't know. Yes, either second or third. Possibly not. Maybe
he may have been in his rookie year.
Maybe second. I know he was in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
And the weird, bro, Dame only has 4 All-Star selections, bro.
It's ridiculous.
This West Coast shit is tough.
So Portland,
it's the West Coast bias,
bro. Let's talk about Dame. He's the best pick and roll player in the league. He's number 1 in the NBA in clutch points. Portland is 18-11 despite missing their whole freaking team. They're throwing a bunch of shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And apparently Damian Lillard is stuck all season.
Yeah. What are they, 5th in the West?
Mm-hmm.
Or 4th? You said Phoenix was 4th. I mean, I looked at it, but they're 5th, right?
No,
it's absolutely ridiculous.
Phoenix is
Portland's 4th?
Right now.
Oh, okay.
Portland is 5.
Yeah, I mean, for him to be able to do this without CJ, see, this is the thing we didn't think he could do. Is doing it without CJ and without Nurkic. Like, the shit's crazy.
Carmelo
again,
is their fucking center right now.
Yeah, he's playing really good.
Carmelo Anthony has never played center in his life and was out of the league a year ago today.
Yeah, he could barely play. They tried to blackball him, but he was like, nah, y'all can't blackball your boy like this. He came back with a vengeance. But
this is the crux of our upset and our angst picking Doncic over Damian Lillard. As far as the impact on winning, they're in a similar situation. Doncic is surrounded by underperforming nothings. The same thing up in Portland, where the other half of the Mama's boys have been on IR, and he has to do everything himself. One team is 13th, the other is 5th. How do you not have these guys flip-flopped?
It's like one team plays majority of their games at 10:30, and the other team plays majority of their games at 8 or 9. It really blows. The East Coast time zone bias is it's really bad.
Yep.
It is what it is. It makes me sad, man, because Dame is a monster, and he's been doing this for years. Like years and years and years. He's been in the league since like 2013 or something like that.
Listen, man, he's going to be fine. People always forget, Michael Jordan didn't win a chip until his 8th year in the league.
Yeah, no, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like,
it's a different league, though. It's a different league. These teams
that's what I'm saying. We're all in this era that's like, if you don't have something in your first 4 years, like by the end of your rookie contract, it's like, oh, he can't get it done. That's not how we live.
24/7 media.
Lillard has plenty of
24/7 media cycle.
I admire the way that he stayed committed to Portland, and he's never been one of these guys out here trying to like hop around, form super teams, do this and that. He's just like, I put my head down, I work, and I try to support my guys in this building, be they whoever they are, whether they're a superstar teammate or it's Anthony Simons.
Yeah, nah, true that. You know what Dame needs to do? Not Dame himself. You know what Portland needs to do? They need to draft a Chinese player.
Oh, no.
And they need the Chinese people to vote for Dame Lillard. Well, China might be out because of one Daryl Morey. But I shall not say what we did on the. Did you know one of our podcasts is banned? Or you can't watch it because it has like a COVID-19 restriction because we said that joke about Daryl Morey and COVID-19, which I shall not say it again because COVID-19. No, I'm not going to.
China was coming all the way to censor us. You know, that's big for us, man. That's a big milestone. Only about 35 people listen to this podcast, but one of them lives in China. And that's a big deal. Yeah. We're going international.
Maybe like a couple pods from now, I'll talk about it in the beginning and make it a thing. But like, we're deep into it now. But I'm telling you, bro, as an actual strategy, it kind of sucks that Dame isn't from like Slovenia or some shit,
Yeah, dude. If he was a white guy from anywhere else but America, he'd be the most celebrated.
Best player of all time.
Yeah.
Best player of all time. Larry Bird, forget about it. Yeah. Dirk Nowitzki, forget about it. It's over. If 29 a game.
This is the Habitual Line Steppers podcast, Terry. We're not going to run away from anything. What role do you think race has played in the national media's position that they put Luka in, where he's a national darling, where almost all his flaws are overlooked, compared to he has this great green positive spotlight compared to guys like Dame Lillard?
It's played a huge role, and it's I don't know, man. I mean, you like people. You like to see people that kind of look like you thrive. And, unfortunately, majority of the media is pretty much white. And that if I see a dude that's balling and he looks like me, I'm gonna be like, yo, that guy is the next person up. You already seen like a bunch of black dudes get 28 points a game. That ain't nothing new to them. But if Luka's getting 27, you're just like, oh,
it's
yeah.
It's not just that he's
he's
getting 27, Terry. It's that he's getting the benefit of the doubt, too. When he has a bad game, it's just a bad game. You know what I mean? When he bitches for 40 seconds about a no call and doesn't get back on defense and they get a wide open corner three, nobody fucking talks about it. Luka may have the worst body language of any player in the entire NBA. He's constantly like yelling at his teammates, showing like open disappointment on his face, petulance. Yeah. He argues and complains about non-calls more than any player I've ever seen.
No, he does.
Nobody fucking talks about this shit on the jump or any of it. All they do is
Zach Lowe talked about it once. I think
if he was black,
Zach Lowe talked about it.
This would be a national story. How he can't get along with his teammates. Is he a natural leader? All this other shit. I'm telling you, he's getting a pass because he's white.
It is what it is, man. Do you think it's like underlaying though? Are they doing it on purpose, or it's just like that's what it is?
It's just there's no detaching like how you see things. There's the prism like eyeglasses, and that glass in your spectacles is race. And so even if you want to say, like, I wasn't consciously thinking about it this way, for some reason, people, well, we know why, because of his whiteness, but people feel compelled to give him the benefit of the doubt and advocate for him in a way that they would be skeptical of another player.
No, that's big facts. I mean, bro, you guys have been waiting for a great.
Let me ask you a question, Terry. Without the media's darling spotlight on Luka Doncic, is he starting in the All-Star game over Damian Lillard?
Probably not. Probably not. But he gets that, and he also every single person in Europe votes for him. So it's kind of tough. Just for this thing specifically. Yeah. Just for the All-Star game specifically. So that's hard to go against. Like people in America, we love Dame, but 90% of the league is from the USA or some shit like that. Probably. I'm just making up a number, but most likely. Mm-hmm. And we're not like, oh, gotta vote for Dame. He's American. Nah, like we don't give a fuck about that. We just care about points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and shit.
I just wish it was a level playing field and how these guys are talked about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a higher standard.
It's unfortunate. And honestly, if there was a bubble this year, it'd be more Dame talk, to be honest with you. We wouldn't be talking about Luka. Yep. There'd be a whole lot of Dame talk. And we're starting to talk about Dame more because it's undeniable how clutch he is, how great he is as an offensive player. He's a beast.
And beyond his like on the court shit, he just has this gravitas that just like wills his teammates. They never, even if they lose, it's never because of self-doubt. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everyone on that team feels empowered. Everybody knows to look to him in the big moments. They know they can depend on him. They all feel supported. Mm-hmm. He's this like just relaxing presence where everyone else's assholes were tight. Damian Lillard steps out on the court and everyone can relax.
Yeah, that's true. And look, it's two ways. I normally don't talk like this, but I'm gonna fuck you up with this one. Dame Lillard is very different from you soft-ass motherfuckers. If you had the choice to leave Portland and go to Miami, go to LA, go to New York, you jump, hop, skip your ass there in a fucking second. And you know it. Mm-hmm. Dame Lillard's second start is CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum, he's decent dude, but he ain't that good. But Dame chose to stay with him.
0 time.
I love loyalty. Yeah, bro. People love to say that they love loyalty and all this shit. Fuck that. If you got a better opportunity, in your normal, regular life, if you had a better opportunity and you're going to make more money, then you're going to have an opportunity to be successful in your job, like you're going to leave and not even think about it for a second. You won't even think about it for a second. Like, so this is the only reason why people they'll say they love him, but they know they're not fucking with that shit. They're just like, he's being kind of dumb staying in Portland.
Let me quote your boy Alfred from Batman. when he was talking to that ugly bitch who he tried to gas explosion. He said regarding Dave Lillard, he's not being a hero. He's being something more. Your boy has stepped up.
He's a beast, man. I like him.
He's not a hero. He's an icon for that city.
Oh, yeah, he is, definitely.
He's synonymous with Portland at this point.
He's a leader, bro. He's a strong leader, bro. And honestly, I want to see him stay there his whole career, man.
Yeah, me too. All right, you want to get to the last man on both of our lists? We tried to avoid him as much as we could, but just like COVID-19, there's no getting rid of Pandemic P. We thought we left him in the bubble in Orlando, but somehow he managed to charter a bus back out to LA. And he's taking time off from hitting sides of backboards and complaining about Glenn Rivers to actually play some defense and make some crucial shots. He scored 25 points a game. He's having a 50-40-90 season. He's playing excellent defense. He looks like a shittier version of Kawhi Leonard, who's not as strong.
Yeah, sort of, kind of.
Still a pretty goddamn great player.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I like Paul George's game. I do. I really like the way he plays. But the media, they can really sway the way you think about somebody. You start fucking up and start giving yourself nicknames and then, start pouting, talking about, oh, let me not do this in a fucked up way. But, I'm going to do it. Like,
no. Go ahead and make fun of mental illness, Terry.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I'm sure it doesn't affect. Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't affect anyone out there. Just go for it.
Exactly. Bro, this is what they did. He started pouting, and everybody started calling him soft.
And if you don't like that,
like, they're just like,
kill yourself.
It's just jokes over here. But, like, everybody kept calling him soft and shit. It's like, bro, give my man a break. Sometimes the pressure gets to you. He's not a clutch player. It is what it is. He's going to give you good numbers. I get it. But regular season, we don't care about him in the regular season no more.
No.
Because you gave me 5 points in a playoff game. Your playoff P? Stop it. Regular season playoff. Get the hell out of here, man. Come on.
Playoff G. 5 and above. Or 5 and under or whatever.
5 and under? Oh, God. Yo, he
whatever instead of PG-13, whatever the audience is for G, what is it, 5 years old?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there. I laughed just to laugh, but now I get it.
It's going to take some workshopping. It's not all the way there.
It's going to save some workshopping for real.
It's like Pulse's jumper. Like, it's trending in the right direction, but we're not there yet.
Yeah. Yo, here's the thing about the Clippers, too. I was really interested 10 games into the season, but somehow they outboard themselves. How can you be so good? And I could care less. If you got rid of the Clippers, I don't even think I would care, honestly, this year. But they haven't really been doing much.
Are you telling me
nobody's really talking about them?
Forward to watching Reggie Jackson run 28 minutes of pick and rolls? Is that
no? The more Reggie.
Are you telling me you don't enjoy the shittier Morris twin elbowing people in the face and then flopping on defense?
Hey, look, I think that might be it, son. Bro, it's not exciting. Lou Williams isn't playing as much as he did the year before. So you ain't got that. There's no more flash. Reggie Jackson sucks. Nobody cares about him. You don't have the energy dude coming off the bench either. You don't have Montrezl Harrell. And then you got some French dude being your third best player almost this year. Nicholas Batum.
My God, what a career.
Am I supposed to – are we really supposed to act like the Clippers really going to do something this year? I thought you guys were going to do something.
I think they're legit.
Really hate adversity. They hate adversity, though. They really hate it when the world's against them. They hate that shit. They just can't thrive on it, bro.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, Patrick Beverley, his whole life has been adversity, so I'm not concerned about him.
Yeah, but that's just based on the way he looks.
Yeah. Him and Zubac are the only motherfuckers I'm not worried about. Those Eastern European guys, they've seen shit, man.
Yeah.
But going down the roster, it's a good thing they gave Luke Kennard all that money so that he could barely play.
I forgot about him.
and got rid of Landry Shamet.
Yeah, I forgot about Luke Kennard. But Paul George, yeah, he's deserved to be All-Star. I mean, but, realistically, we don't care about Paul George in the regular season. But congratulations on another All-Star appearance. Good job, buddy. We really care about that.
Shout out to you, Paul George. Way off, P. Terry. You and I don't think we're way off with our predictions for the All-Star rosters. Only one difference in our West bench. Much closer than I imagined. I thought we'd have some much different picks here.
Oh, you thought I was going to say something crazy?
Smart guys. No, we both just value winning. I don't think that this is what most people's ballots are going to look like. I think most people are going to have guys with more counting stats and shit. You're going to see
who else can be? But I was thinking about it, like who? Let's have a segment. Who the fuck else should be on the ballot besides these guys?
All right, the hardest cut for me was DeMar DeRozan. That was my hardest cut.
Really? Yeah.
He's shooting.
He was up there.
He's shooting tremendous. The Spurs are in playoff position. There's not really anyone else of note on the whole roster who's making a significant difference besides what's his name? Cody White or Corey White, what his fucking name is. The dude from Colorado.
You talking about Colby White?
Yeah. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about. No. Actually, I said the wrong name.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember.
White. His name's with a D. God, I can't remember.
The shooter, right? The shooter?
Yeah, the shooter. Went to Colorado. Light-skinned dude. Great defender also. But
the Spurs always have some guy like that.
Yeah, and Pirtle has been playing fantastic defense, but it's really just a bunch of guys and DeMar DeRozan. And he still has him in a playoff position, and he's having statistically the best season, like efficiency-wise, of his career.
Yeah,
so for me,
efficiency-wise, definitely.
That was a hard cut, and then my other hard cut in the West was Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, too bad the Thunder suck so bad, but it's honestly a surprise that they
and Devin Booker, of course.
Yeah. The Devin Booker one for you, I can see could be hard, and he might not make it this year. It's possible. There is a possibility because he hasn't really upped his game.
Yeah,
everybody keeps waiting for him to make the leap, like because you saw him in the 10 bubble games last year or 8 or whatever how many it was. He was balling out. Everybody's waiting for the leap. The thing this year that was missing was like the 27 points per game, like shit player, like the Kevin Love on Timberwolves type shit.
Oh,
like Boogie on the Kings. Nah, he didn't play enough games.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna talk. He just didn't play enough games, and they're dead last. Like
they suck.
They're dead last.
They're too bad.
They're really, really bad.
Oh, I
they were
tell
too
you
bad
what.
to make it.
Here's one for you. John Wall.
He's been playing solid.
Averaging like 21,
really
6, something like that. Christian Wood was another good candidate for this before his injury, which will take him out of this.
Yeah.
20
he would have made some noise. He would have made some noise. Yeah. The people that were missing, if the Kings played better, we would have talked about Fox probably.
Yeah.
If the Grizzlies, which I expected them not to be that good anyways, because they didn't really add anybody. If the Grizzlies would have been playing a little better, John maybe would have been talked about.
But I mean, besides that, I really honestly
hasn't had that good of a year. He's not really that deserving, in my opinion. He hasn't been.
Yeah, I know. But like if the Grizzlies. Yeah, that's true. But like if the Grizzlies were like the 6th seed or what I'm saying, or like the 5th seed, you'd be like, oh yeah, maybe job, but really, realistically, there's nobody else for me.
This is the tail of the tape in the West, man. Right? You go when we do this pod tomorrow on the Eastern Conference, the whole team is going to be made up of guys who have big numbers who don't win.
Yep. And it's going to be fantastic. That one is a hard one for me. I've been looking at it. That's a weird one for me, bro.
I'll tell you what. With that, how about we wrap it up, man? We'll be back tomorrow to preview the Eastern Conference after doing the Western today. For everything else, go check us out on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like our post. Liking is what will bring it up when you search it. So that helps us out a lot. You got the www.thehlspod.com. I got a brand new article coming out Wednesday. And yeah. Anything else you got before we do the second half tomorrow?
Nah, man, that's it. Just subscribe to our YouTube. Subscribe, baby. That's the most important. We need that to jump.
Yep.
Tell it all.
All right, baby. Thank you for stepping across the line with us. Habitual line steppers out.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.